The establishment of St. George Cathedral, as we know, all of us, when the Italians were here to invade us, 1896.
Tourists always want to come to a country and learn something about it, you know. So I think for tourists to be able to come here and come inside and learn about the country they're visiting, learn about the rich history of Ethiopia, it's very important.
That's really wonderful. I have much information about the internet, but when I see it by my own, it's really good.
The museum, it's kept like some antiquities, some gifts and spiritual materials. And again, also my colleague, Likasima Mabrato, will explain some of them also inside the museum.
As a nation, Ethiopia takes pride in being home to numerous historical and cultural landmarkers, as well as sacred tourist destinations. Of all the churches in the nation, St. George Cathedral is one that is situated in the center of Addis Ababa. Historically, Emperor Menelik II dealt a crushing defeat on the Italy on St. George's Day in 1896 at Adwa. In gratitude to St. George, who served as a patron saint of the empire and of the armed forces, Emperor Menelik commissioned the construction of a church in his honor in the heart of Addis Ababa. The Church of St. George was where Empress Zewditu was crowned as Empress of Ethiopia in 1917 and where Emperor Haile Selassie was crowned in 1930. Following his restoration to the throne in 1941, Emperor Haile Selassie had the church restored and new murals were painted by the famous Ethiopian artists, including major artist Afewerk Tekle.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Explore Ethiopia, a show that introduces about Ethiopian culture, history, tradition, and above all, tourism. And we've been bringing you light about the very beautiful church, Arada ጊዮርጊስ, located in the capital, Addis Ababa. In the first hour, we have had a chance to visit the interior part of the church with its significant and religious paintings that has been drawn by different artists of famous Ethiopian artists. And now it's a time that we are going to walk a little bit and see the museum which is found in the premises of the church. The museum is said to have been serving or giving services for the last 34 years. And according to legend and the people who have spoken, the service that has been the museum giving has been so instrumental as it has been drawing various tourists from different parts of the world. As we speak, also tourists come from different parts of the world and visit the historical significance that the museum preserves. This is a way to the museum where we are going to see the different Ethiopian historical and religious artifacts and also some of the significant stories that has got connection with the Battle of Adwa. Do stay tuned. This is Explore Ethiopia. I'm your host, Biniam Getana. Just follow me and let's see how the museum offers and what kind of materials and manuscripts are there. Do stay tuned.
We are going to start from the history of one of the first Ethiopian bishop,
Okay.
Archbishop Peter.
Archbishop.
Archbishop Peter,
Okay.
please. Here it is one of the first Ethiopian bishop, Archbishop Peter. In general, the Old Testament introduced Ethiopia very early. That was before 3,000 years. Also Ethiopians, there were also the earlier country to receive the New Testament too. It's written in the Bible. The Ethiopian eunuch baptized by Philip, that was in the 1st century, 34 AD. We practice as a state religion in the 4th, since 4th century until 1930. the Ethiopia church brought the bishops from Alexandria. That tradition was stopped in 1930. And then one of the first Ethiopian bishop appointed from the fourth one. Archbishop Peter, we know, it's very known also because the reason during the second invasion, Italian to Ethiopia, he was standing opposite of the fascists, especially by being in Debre Libanos, in one of the old monasteries. He gave also the power, the sermon also, the patriots to stand about their countries in front of the fascists.
And then I see also a certain inscription over there.
Yeah, it shows also the biography of the bishop. Archbishop Peter from his birth until his death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this is all about the Archbishop.
Archbishop Peter, yeah, the biography of him. It's from the starting until he was passed by being like a patriot, like a saint.
Okay, so now we are going to
visit the museum.
An equestrian statue of Emperor Menelik II stands in Menelik Square, outside the main gates of the church. It was erected by Emperor Haile Selassie on the eve of his coronation in 1930. Also, at the church is a large bell which was sent as a gift from Tsar Alexander III of Russia to mark the dedication of the church.
Here it is, the first bell of the St. George Cathedral. It was the present from the Tsar Nicholas II to Menelik II. That was in 1896. We can see it's written in the old language of the Russians, the Cyrillic one. Some character of their alphabet has also similarity with the Ethiopians. You see, this is K.
Yeah.
This one also, they call it B. It's the same.
So we have some
characters.
commonalities.
Okay. Also, the age of this bell is 130 years old. After damage the bell at the back, we have the biggest one over there. Still during service time, during the holy service, the church use still. The museum has different sections. Now we are starting by visit different old churches, which are the different old churches. They are located in different parts of Ethiopia, especially more than most of them from the northern parts. In this part also, the events when the church celebrated different religious feasts. This one is before 70 years, this one is before 45 years. As I mentioned earlier, in 1916, the daughter of Menelik II, she was crowned here. Let's see the coronational photograph of the queen. At that time, Emperor Haile Selassie was regent, the regent of her. The queen to wear these robes, trouser, golden shoes. Here it is also the bracelet of her. In Ethiopia church, we have different kind of crosses. The typical cross we call Aksum, Lalibela, and Gondar. We have for now in our museum, this is the processional cross in the Aksum design. This one is also the Lalibela cross design. We Ethiopian Orthodox Christians, when we baptized, we have to wear also the neck cross. We have here also the icon of St. George from Russian Orthodox Church to Haile Selassie at the day of his coronation. We can see in the middle St. George killed the dragon. In the right side, one angel. In the left side, it's indicated one saint. We have also, at the time of Haile Selassie's coronation, after end all the holy services, presented this chalice. You see, 18 karat golden chalice, presented by Emperor Haile Selassie for this church. We have also the crown of Haile Selassie when he was the regent of the queen. His name was at that time Rastafari before he became a king, so that this is the crown of him. We can get it also the icon of St. George. It was the present from the King Paulo from Greece to Emperor Haile Selassie as a present. That was in 1950s. You see, it's written the old language of the Greece. They call it Aramaic. Aramaic also, at the same time, it was the old language of Jesus. We have also decorated baskets, and then special hand washing, especially when it be big feast of St. George. The liturgy, it's led by the Ethiopian patriarch. Between the masses, they used to, for the hand washing, to express about the absolution. Two of them presented by Empress Zauditu before 150 years. Very interesting paintings, we can get it here. You see, when we were inside the cathedral, we have seen it, the speech of Haile Selassie, how it was in the League of Nations. He didn't get the justice. Because of that reason, by this painter, imagine, he needs to show our country, Ethiopia, cry to Saint Mary, like human figure, Saint Mary to protect, to save the Ethiopian people from the fascists. You see the paintings painted in 1936 by very known painter Haile Walde Rufe. He was an exile in Jerusalem. Now we'll continue the chance I give for my colleagues, Like Herwan Sisai.
In this section, we can see a seat or throne for Emperor Haile Selassie. As I have mentioned, inside the cathedral, I have shown you a place where Emperor Haile Selassie was crowned. So inside the cathedral, Haile Selassie, after he attended the mass with his wife and his family, he sit and rest here inside the cathedral. So this one is for Haile Selassie, and the others belongs to his wife, Empress Menan. So this throne also a gift from Indian community. They were living here in Ethiopia at that time. That shows the relationship of two countries. Still now we have a great relationship or diplomatic relationship with Indian government and Indian people also. So again also we have carpenters for both of them can see here. On this section of the museums, in some showcase, they kept different Brahma books. They are holy books. So Brahma is made of animal skin, especially goat skin and horse skin, and also handwriting by a priestess before. So they brought from historical and old cities like from Aksum, Gondar, and Lalibela. So what are written is here also real Bible, story of some saints, miracles done by saints, Psalm of David also kept here. So all of Brahmas here are written by Ge'ez language. The next section, we call it the section for the memory of the Battle of Adwa, because it takes some materials the patriots used during the Battle of Adwa. So let's see some of them. Okay. We are here now in the section of the memory for the Battle of Adwa. So we can start here from the just strategical plan that Emperor Menelik and other war ministers were settled at the Battle of Adwa. And here is a picture for Emperor Menelik II and also for Emperor Haile Selassie. Again, also here is a picture for some patriots they fight during the second Italian invasion, and also some traditional robes for Empress Zauditu. She was daughter of Menelik II, and also some other clothes for royal families. And also again we can see here traditional war uniforms the patriots used during the Battle of Adwa, and it's made of lion hair and lion skin, and also again come from France. It takes one bullet. We can see a big picture that Saint George also helped us during the Battle of Adwa, and also we Ethiopians give great respect for this saint, and we thought also Saint George the Patriot saint here in Ethiopia. Okay, here is a picture also for Emperor Menelik II. It shows when Emperor Menelik II returned from the Battle of Adwa with a big smile and face. And as you can see, it shows Adwa is a high mountainous area. So after Ethiopian defeated Italians at the Battle of Adwa, and he returned back to Addis.
Already we did a nice visit inside the cathedral, in the museum too. We have also, I need to say, it was the very famous defense minister of Ethiopia before 129 to 30 years during the Battle of Adwa, Fitaurari ጊዮርጊስ ዲነግዴ. At the time of the war, he used this one as uniform. It's made of the lion here. We can get it also the shoot one by one, the French gun, the sword, and then there is also the one-mouthed spear, the three-mouthed spear of this very famous Fitaurari ጊዮርጊስ ዲነግዴ. At the time of the war, during the Battle of Adwa, he used it. For all Ethiopians, I have a message. We have to keep it, our treasures, our history, our, you see, the identity. Because as an Ethiopia, to say some things, Ethiopia very rich by history, Ethiopia independent countries. Really, when we compare with the other countries, for instance, we had also many guests. They are from Caribbean, from the Jamaica. Really, they don't have any words to express how they feel about Ethiopia. As an Ethiopia, where you ask anyone, really it's very hard thing. So that all Ethiopians, as an Ethiopia, they have to stand in one. They have to keep it, they have to proud it, the history of the before their parents, they did it. So that they have also responsibility, the new generation, to keep and to transfer to the other generations too. So that all Ethiopians I invite, you have to come in the center of the countries, in Arada, Piazza, or in St. George Cathedral, so that I invite all of them to visit. I appreciate also to stay with us to do it's very interesting visitings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, viewers, you have been watching Explore Ethiopia, a program that introduces about Ethiopian culture, history, tradition, and above all, tourism. Our experience in the capital, Addis Ababa, in the premises of St. Cathedral George of ጊዮርጊስ has given us immense experience as we brought you light to the different segments of the churches, the interior design, and the particular museum that houses significant history of Ethiopians' artists, culture, and history. This concludes our today's segments in Explore Ethiopia. Thank you so much for being with us, and I am Biniam Getane, your host. Until I see you with the other edition, goodbye for me now.